It was in 2002. I was 11 years old. It was during the World Cup, so I had to leave school for the day, but I wanted to get back in time to watch the game with everyone else. And it was for Love Actually, and there were various rounds of meetings and auditions. I sort of didn't really know what it was for or what anything was at that point. I did read some scenes at one point with Hugh Grant and Richard Curtis. I sort of recognised him, but couldn't place him. And then it wasn't until a year later, I think I was on the tube on the way to school, and I saw a poster for
has kept his silence, bringing up about what actually led to his breakup with Taylor Swift. But we do not know exactly what transpired, and he is granting an interview, spitting out a lot about what happened and transpired between himself and Taylor Swift. The whole internet is shaking and buzzing with the latest explosive coming in from Joe Alwyn. And a lot of, the Swifties are also taking a swipe at Joe Alwyn and saying that he should shut his mouth and go back to where he belongs, because Taylor Swift is actually enjoying so much love with Travis Kelce. Let's actually go straight into the details of this, because guys, we have a video for you to see, because Joe Alwyn is still speaking and a lot of people are also not liking it at all. So Taylor Swift's ex-boyfriend Joe Alwyn has apparently broken his silence about their split more than a year ago after the two parted ways. Now, the 33-year-old actor and 34-year-old pop star who kept their romance notoriously private dated over 6 years but ended their relationship in April 2023. Now, during an interview with the Sunday Times Style, Alwyn also spoke about their breakup when asked if he had apparently listened to Swifties' latest album, The Tortured Poets Department, which also features lyrics that many fans believe allude to the past relationship and its demise. And thinking of what I was going to say, I would think and hope that everyone can empathize. That isn't a direct answer to your question, but just thinking about what I want to talk about, Alwyn said, before continuing with saying, I would hope that anyone and everyone can empathize, and understand the difficulties that come with the end of a long, loving, fully committed relationship over 6 years and a half. But guys, let's just listen to this audio of what exactly Joe Alwyn has been saying. And this is the first time I'm hearing him speak. And why is he even speaking now? Well, I'm not saying that he shouldn't have even come out to say anything, because of course he's entitled to his own version of truth. And I do not really subscribe to listening to one side argument and not listening or giving ears to the other party. It's a fair play. I mean, Taylor can also come out to speak her truth. We all know the version that she would say, and of course now Joe is coming up. But why does she, my only problem here is, why does Joe feel that this song is for him? Why does he feel that this real track from Taylor's album is his? I don't know, but let's take a listen at what Joe Alwyn has been saying. Come back for more.
Love Actually. I was like, there he is, that's the guy. Best audition I've had, the first audition that led to a job. I was flown over to America where I'd never been, and I met with Ang Lee, and I grew up watching his films, and read with him, and read with the casting director over there, a woman called Avi Kaufman, and it turned into this kind of 10-day test in New York and Atlanta, and it was just very surreal but very special, and I sort of owe everything to that. So I'm going to say that's the best one. The last audition I did was for a film quite recently, and we'll see. First book I remember reading, I'm not sure that is the easiest one. Well, beyond The Hungry Caterpillar, The Famous Five, that jumps out, Secret Garden, Silver Sword, anything with a bit of a journey and a bit of adventure. The Hobbit. The Hobbit was a big one. I love The Hobbit, yeah. I'm going to say A Little Life. It punches you in the gut. I love that book. I really love that book. The last book I read, I think it was Hamnet by Maggie O'Farrell. The first TV show, I remember as a family, we would watch reruns of Fawlty Towers. I mean, it still holds up today. It's so funny, the writing and the performances. I always think there's more episodes than there are, but there's only a handful. Well, best TV show, I'm gonna say the UK office. I like the American one as well, but the UK one, there is like rarely a day or two that goes by without a quote or a reference somewhere in my life being said to me or popping up. Baby reindeer. I thought it was done very, very well, and I thought Richard Gadd, I thought there was a lot of his own vulnerability in it as well. The first red carpet I walked would have been, I think, to go to the Empire Awards, and it was the first time that a suit had been made for me. Light blue Burberry suit. I gave it at some point to a friend, and I still see it knocking around at various weddings, so it's still out there living its life. The Venice Film Festival, I wore a beautiful Stella McCartney tux. I had this old vintage tie that my stylist found, I think in like a church fair or something. The last red carpet I walked, that was last week. That was at Cannes Film Festival for Kinds of Kindness. I wore Celine, like a slightly oversized black tux with slightly flared trousers, patent black leather boots.
Is the controversial, I should say, conversation Joe Alwyn has been making. But clearly, I didn't see anything wrong with this. I feel like he was just being real. He was just being honest. And this is actually the first time in almost like a year we've actually heard him speak. And he's actually done so well. Let's just give credit to Joe Alwyn. And I'm not really on anyone's camp. I do not support Taylor. I'm not really, showing affection for Joe also, but I feel that if we're actually going to be fair enough, Joe has kept his silence for a very long time. And regardless of how many, people have wanted so much information from the breakup, he never spoke to the media until now. So you could tell that he can really keep secret. He can actually keep his mouth shut. But I don't know what really went out. So like, I don't know. Maybe he felt like it was time for people to know exactly. But he didn't say anything bad. He didn't say anything weird. Neither did I feel or sense any disrespect here to Taylor Swift. He only said what he had to say, okay? Let's see what a lot of you, I know a lot of the Swifties, are actually so disappointed in what, Joe Alwyn said. But that's your opinion, and you're entitled to it. And of course, he's also telling us exactly what happened. So if you disagree with what he had to say, that's your business. Leave it inside the comment section. Let's just be decorous about what we say, okay? Shelby comes to say, I love how all the men are just like, nah, wasn't me. Well, I know, right? I know. But not all the guys are actually, proud about what he's did. I don't think all the guys really are proud of what he's done. Most often is the women that come out to say, yeah, but this time it's coming from the guy who's actually giving his version of what happened in the breakup, okay? Well, the drama, I'm sure, actually will be unfolding anytime soon. We will be here to bring you all the 411 of GSN information. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace out.